Welcome to Classic Value Investors. My name is Mariusz Konieczny. How can I not talk about Euronav and oil tankers? So as you know, if you've been following Euronav, you know that Euronav just bought back 3% of the shares in the open market. So I want to applaud the CEO and the board for doing this. It's absolutely fantastic to see that. It's easy to say that your shares are undervalued. It's another thing to actually do something about it, like what just Euronav did. Put $30 million into buying back shares. Again, very good. I'm applauding them for this. But also what I found very interesting is that how they structured the press release. They said that, we bought back shares, but don't worry, the money for buying back shares came from cash flow. It didn't jeopardize our liquidity. Very good, because because I could already see the bears talking. They got rid of all of their cash. Now their liquidity is going to be in jeopardy. No. The smart CEO came out and cleared it up right from the start. So what do we have now? Well, some of the things that already happened is, as I said, this buyback now. We have MMA activity, or someone is trying to acquire someone else. As I said in the prior video, Hafnia was trying to acquire or merge with Ardmore, and obviously the deal was rejected. And I believe, I said that they were trying to do it at a 70% premium to the stock price, but it was a confusing press release that caused some people to think that it's 70% a premium to the stock price. But that part doesn't really matter. It's the point about this is that someone is trying to acquire someone else because they're being opportunistic. They are seeing value there. So we have some MMA trying to happen, buyback from Euronav, and I expect more buybacks to come from other companies that actually have the capability of doing buybacks instead of deleveraging like TK or Scorpio Tankers. And then we have some insider buys. Like I saw that the CEO of Nordic American Tankers bought some shares for his personal account. We know that the CEO of Frontline was buying some shares, and then we also know that the president and I believe also the CEO of Scorpio Tankers bought some shares when they were a little bit higher than they are today. So why are these people doing this? Well, the answer is simple: because they see value. That's why I like value investing in general, because when there is value, people are going to figure out how to extract that value. Okay, free money is not there for too long. So we see some buybacks happening. We see insider buys, maybe some MMA. Who knows? You might have some activist investors take big positions in some of these companies and force the hand of the management to do more, to do either more buybacks or acquire a competitor or whatever. When there is value, it's going to get extracted one way or another. The interesting thing about rates, well, as I said, when the rates were high, right now we are in this environment for the oil tankers that no matter what happens, people worry. So when the rates were really high, that was bad because we're worried that the rates are going to come down. When the rates were coming down, people were worried that they were going to keep coming down forever, and they're going to go lower, lower, and lower. Now, when the rates didn't go as low and now they are coming up, now people are worried that they're going to come back down. So it's just worry and worry and worry. And I find it interesting that this particular season is supposed to be the slowest season, and yet the rates are at a 5-year high, right? So I'm asking myself a question: what happens to the rates when OPEC actually starts producing to the level that it was before? Because right now, obviously they're restricting productions. And how long is this gonna last? Is OPEC gonna just sit back and see and be like, we are so generous and we're going to let all the other countries around us sell oil, make all this money, but we're just going to sit there and let other people make money. Really? I think we are days or weeks away from OPEC saying, fuck it. You know, we're going to increase our production. We're happy or satisfied where the oil is, and let's go for it. And what's going to happen to rates when that happens? It seems to me, and if you have a different opinion, drop me the comment below. But it seems to me that the bears are running out of arguments a little bit when it comes to the oil tanker thesis. What I'm starting to hear now from the bears is not so much like the specifics, but more like generalizations, like the shipping sector is always bad. The CEOs are scumbags. They will always dilute you. They will always do the wrong thing. The insiders are running private companies that are servicing the public companies. The ships are always being sold at overpriced prices to the public companies, and then they are being bought at cheap prices at cheap prices during bad times, and then they are resold again. So the kind of feedback that I'm hearing, and it's not just from one person, like from many people, it's more like a general hatred towards the sector. And that hatred, if you listen to this, that hatred pretty much points you to the direction that this sector never, absolutely never, under any circumstances, you cannot buy it. So let me know, are you hearing the same thing? Because I'm kind of getting the sense that the bears are just kind of running out of arguments. You can't, you can't argue with rates going up, right? You can't really argue with the gasoline demand going up. You can keep arguing that the jet fuel and airlines will never come back. Well, keep arguing that. We'll see about that in the months and years to come. Oh yeah, so another thing that obviously the argument is the second shutdown. So it seems like this sector, and I don't know if the second shutdown happens. I hope it doesn't. I doubt it happens. I mean, Donald Trump is not even listening to his virus expert anymore. So, we'll just have to see. But, what if the second shutdown happens? How is the market going to react? And are we going to have more floating storage again? Or is that not going to happen again? These are the questions that probably are going through our minds. So let me know what you think about that too. If the second shutdown happens, how do you see this playing out? But anyway, so that's it for this video. Once again I applaud Euronav for the buybacks. I applaud the insiders for buying shares, and hopefully we'll see some consolidation. Time will tell. Thanks.